and another great opportunity to have a laugh at someone's expense has presented itself. And this is a a message that's been delivered to me by a particular user who says, "Here is one hater, me. People like you are misguided, and in turn are misguiding others into the mist as well. You will be punished for that. You wanna fuck around with demons? You will meet one day that you won't be able to control. That's another thing. People think that they can control a summoned spirit. How naive are you guys? Question mark, question mark. You really think a spirit wants to or has no free will to obey people?" There was brackets there I didn't mention, but they were there, okay? "The ones that were created after them, they hate us and are willing to do anything to pull us over the cliff. See you when I see you." Well, like, this is... Okay, let's try and break this down in a traditional Nick Dutch style. Firstly, he's coming out on the offensive, saying, here is one hater, me, okay? So this is someone who has no sort of like tolerance of other people's points of view, no forgiveness, no anything else, just saying, me, I hate you, basically. People like you are misguided. What do you mean, people like me? I'm an individual who has very different views from other people who are anywhere near associated with anything even remotely New Age, pagan or occult. Completely different, because I am an individual, and I've made that plain through countless different videos that I've made about what I really think. Okay? And in turn I'm misguiding others into the mist as well. Well, no, what I'm doing is I'm attracting misguided people to my channel with, let's say, the Ouija Seance videos, okay? And they will then watch another video of mine that will hopefully challenge their points of view. So I'm actually guiding, not misguiding, because I'm giving people a more skeptical interpretation and giving them some critical thinking. His next statement was, "You will be punished for that." Oh yeah, by who? And whose army? You know what I mean? Come on. You want to fuck around with demons? No, I don't actually. Alright? I don't want to fuck around with demons. I don't even have any objective proof that these things exist, apart from a handful of strange experiences which suggest that there are some strange experiences which can happen. And I want there to be a time in the future, some time, when all these strange experiences will actually be investigated by regular, normal, natural science. And you can't do that if all the thinking around this kind of like strange experience New Age world is dominated by people with religious points of view. You can't do that, so I'm taking the religion out of it. Alright, including the objective belief, or the belief in objective demons, because I think that's stupid. I actually think that's stupid. All you can say is there's a few strange experiences which can happen, and that's it. There is no objective proof of any form of spiritual entity, there's just experiences. Full stop. Then he says, "You will meet one day that you won't be able to control, that's another thing." Well, I was actually having conversations with people when I was actually, face-to-face involved in the pagan community many, many years ago now. And these are people who say that it doesn't matter, what I summon, because I can just banish it. And I was saying to them, well, what if you're wrong? What if you don't understand how these things operate? I was telling them to be more skeptical, but no, they were just in this blind state of psychotic belief that they were right and they were in control and they had all the power. So I've been challenging these people's views for 20 years or more. No, definitely more than 20 years now. Right, then it says here, people think they can control the summoned spirits. How naive are you guys? Yeah, there are very naive people involved in all of this whole fucking New Age spiritualist movement. And that is sad, and that is stupid, and that is dangerous. Not because they believe in spirits, but because they are just genuinely naive people who are not thinking things through about anything. And they carry that superstitious, naive, kind of like pink cloud, bubbly, whatever, way of thinking into all other areas of life, and as a result of that they fuck up. It's bloody annoying for them, as well as for anyone else who's watching. So, do you really think a spirit wants to, bracket, or has no free will, bracket, obey people? None of us know. There's just various techniques laid down by history and by culture that suggest that strange experiences can happen. And when you have a strange experience, it proves you can have a strange experience. It doesn't prove anything else. So you don't know. But all you can do is to play around with the tradition and see what happens. Then he goes on with a totally religious statement. He says the ones that were created after them. So this is like a Bible literalist talking. So I could just be dismissive of him on that point of view, because like Bible literalism just it doesn't work. Alright? Then says they hate us. Well, how the fuck do you know? I mean, if you're saying how do you know that they don't want to be controlled, or that how do you know how powerful they are, then how can you turn around to me and say they hate us if you don't even know how powerful they are? I mean, for fuck's sake, you don't know anything about these things. You've mentioned you don't know anything about these things, and now you're telling me they hate us and are willing to do anything to pull us over the cliff. What do you mean by pull us over the cliff? What, to turn you into a hate-filled weirdo? Oh, then why are you turning round to me and saying, here's one hater, me, and then finishing it off with a threat, which is, see you when I see you? It's obviously you who's been pulled over the cliff. Whatever it is you're following by your own theology must by its very nature, therefore by your own reasoning, be satanic and demonic, and it's you who's possessed. Right? And that's by your reasoning, not by mine. I've pointed out what my reasoning is, you stupid brain-dead arsehole. Good God. This is so annoying. Merry Christmas and Happy Advent. Oh, relax. Find your inner centre in it. Calm down. Drink some tea. Yes, tea's nice. I like tea.